Hey everyone, welcome back to Anu Talk Show. You are a woman of color coach, you're an industry expert, and let me know if you have heard these statements while growing your coaching business. So, many of us, we were growing up hearing like, if you want to make more money, you have to work harder. You need to put in more work hours. You cannot enjoy your life. You cannot have freedom. You have to sacrifice something in your life in order to make more money in your business. Let me know if you have ever heard that from anyone in your life while growing and scaling your business, while desiring to have more clients in your offer right now. Because I believed that for years. I believed that for years that if I wanted to hit a certain amount of money, a certain amount of clients inside my offer, that I needed to work harder, that I needed to sacrifice my lifestyle, that I needed to work more hours in order to get that. And many of my clients believe that too until they have realized something. The goal is not to work more. You are not switching your 9 to 5, 40-hour a week work week into working 80 hours. The goal is to create more revenue from the work that you are already doing. So if you're a woman of color coach, you're an industry expert and you are watching this video, you know that you are the smartest person in the room. You are talented. No one has to actually whisper in your ears, hey, you are so much talented. You have credentials, you have certifications, you know how to get the clients the results. So today I want to share the three big shifts I would focus on if I wanted to grow client revenue while actually working less. And if you're interested in this topic, I am doing a free masterclass on July 20th at 12 p.m. CST, talking about the three steps in depth, how to grow your client revenue while working less as a woman of color coach and industry expert. So I think where most of women of color coaches are wasting their energy is thinking that they have to chase more leads. Every slow month, you are immediately thinking, I need more leads. I need to spend money on ads. I need leads, 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 leads. So, what are you doing? You are going out there, you are posting more, you are networking more, you're doing live collaborations, you're spending more time on Instagram, you're creating another freebie, you are promoting that. Maybe you are even running another webinar. And the question here is, what happened to the people who showed you the interest? What happened to the people who came to the webinar, who showed you interest? Did they actually join your offer? Did they enroll as a client inside your offer? Because the people who opened your emails, who booked a call with you, who sent you a DM, who downloaded your guide, who attended the free webinar, they actually showed you interest. So if that is the case in your business right now, you don't have a lead problem. You don't have a lead problem, and you need to shift that. You need to shift thinking and chasing more leads and start to realize that the business is telling you right now, the data is telling you that you have a conversion problem right now. Because if you are converting 1 out of 5 every 5 sales call, improving that 1 into 2 out of 5 changes the whole business that you are doing right now. It would dramatically change the business you are running without adding more work, without adding more hours on your calendar. That is leverage because you are having sales calls right now, but you are not closing them. So, working smarter instead of simply working longer or harder is the goal for many women of color coaches and industry experts, which is why I am running that free masterclass. Again, to register, the link is in the show notes. Make sure to click the link to register so that you can come actually with questions um, live, and I will give you the coaching and I will answer your questions when it comes to increasing your conversion, attracting more qualified leads, and growing your client revenue while working less. The second shift we need to make inside your business is messaging. Messaging is so important. It's the foundation of work, and I see so many women of color coaches are still stuck when it comes to messaging because many coaches accidentally position their offer as something that is nice to have in the industry. In 2026, you cannot run a business with an offer that is not essential. You have to make the offer essential enough so that people think like, oh my god, this is like food for my business, like I need that, otherwise I'm going to end up nowhere. That is kind of like the effect you need to create for your offer. It has to be memorable, it has to be interesting, it has to be in a way where people think like, without this offer, without solving my problem with this offer, I would get more cost. Because people don't invest in 2026 because something sounds interesting, something is educational, or your energy is so high. No one cares about that. No one cares about that in order to pay you high four figures, five figures. Everyone cares about their own problem. Everyone cares about themselves first. So people invest because they believe staying where they are is costing them more than the investment. So your messaging has to be memorable so that people are seeing that your offer is essential. So your messaging should answer questions like, why should someone solve this problem now? What happens if they wait another 6 months? What has happened in the last 6 months and why didn't they grow? Why didn't they change their life? Why didn't they get the desire? What opportunities are they missing because they are not solving that problem? What income are they leaving? What is happening to their relationship? What is happening to their partner? What stress continues? Like, it's your job to showcase the cost in order to help someone to see the possibilities again, in order to help someone to move away where they are right now. So when people clearly understand both the cost of staying the same and what the transformation is possible for them, the decisions becomes easier. So once your messaging becomes memorable and people see you as the number one choice in the industry, they are so more likely be open to get guided to make a decision. So you will become the number one choice to help them to make a decision in order to get the future that they desire for years. So you don't have to longer convince someone. You don't have to feel like, oh my God, this sales process is manipulative and salesy. You are actually creating the clarity. You are becoming memorable with your messaging in order to help the buyer to make a decision. That's the second conversion part that you need in your messaging in order to get an easier yes on a sales call. And so that when you are solving that problem, suddenly not only are you booking calls with qualified leads, but it's more likely to get a yes for you because you already helped the buyer with your free content to make a decision on their own. Now they are only booking a call with you to get more like a confirmation from you, to see like, okay, am I actually going in the right direction? How can you help me? How can I actually work with you? That's kind of like the conversation on a sales call will shift when your messaging is memorable and you are creating content that is designed to convert high. And the third shift is, okay, write this down. I hope you have a pen and paper. You always know when you are turning in into Anu Talk Show, always have a notebook in your hand. So the third shift is one of my favorite, okay? You have to stop building a business that depends entirely on your time. You have to stop building a business that only can run when you are putting in so much more time of yours, so much more calendar space. So many women of color coaches reach a point where they are fully booked with one-on-one clients, booked with done for you services, but then they are still financially stressed when I ask them. Because every client requires more time, more call, more energy, more availability from you as the coach. So eventually you hit a ceiling because a day has only 24 hours. I hope you're sleeping 8 hours or more as a woman of color coach. I hope you are not sacrificing your sleep for your business. And not only that, you have a life, you have a lifestyle. Maybe you're a mom, you have a partner, you have friends, you have hobbies. So you will hit a ceiling when it comes to running a business that depends entirely on your time. And that's why I really, really love helping women of color coaches transition their one on one work into a scalable group offer. Not because group coaching is trendy, but because it is actually the model, the business model that will leverage, that is creating the freedom in your business and in your life. Leverage allows you to help more people, impact more people, while while you are working less without sacrificing yourself in the process. And that's the difference between building a coaching business and building a business that supports your lifestyle. So I think this is especially important for women of color coaches and industry experts because many of us, we were raised believing that hard work was the answer to everything. Work harder, prove yourself, don't complain, stay humble, keep pushing. Who else heard all of these kind of stuff when we were growing up? Let me know in the comments because those beliefs may help you or helped you to succeed in school, in college, or in corporate careers to, go up in the corporate careers, but they don't necessarily will help you when it comes to building a sustainable and profitable coaching business. Business rewards leverage. Business rewards clarity and being memorable, and it will reward simplicity. The more complex you are doing your business, the less money you are going to make, the less peace you will have as a business owner. Okay? Just because you are more exhausted and more on stress level doesn't mean the business will reward you and give you all of a sudden more money in your bank account and more client revenue. The coaches I see who are growing the fastest aren't the ones who are working the longest hour, aren't the ones who are sacrificing family time, aren't the ones who are sacrificing themselves in the process of growing and scaling this business. They are the ones who have a memorable messaging, a premium essential offer, strong conversion, and stop chasing more leads, and a simple client acquisition system. That is what will create sustainable growth for your coaching business. I know you are a woman of color coach, you are an industry expert, you are a therapist, you want to add coaching inside your services, and you are tired of feeling like your business depends on you doing more every single month, every single day, every single hour. I want you to know there is another way and another way, another strategy that you can implement. You don't need complicated funnels. You don't need 5 different offers that where you end up exhausted and burnt out, and you don't need to spend all day on social media to actually get the next client. You need a business designed around leverage. And that is exactly what I'm going to teach you inside my free masterclass. The free masterclass is about the 3 steps to grow your client revenue while working less. So, if you are a woman of color coach, you know you are the smartest person in the room. You know you get the best results, better results for your clients than your competitor, and you want to grow client revenue while working less. I would love to see you inside the free masterclass. We will cover how to create more demand with urgency, how to improve your conversion by having a memorable messaging, and how to build a business that grows without you burning out, without you being online 24/7. This masterclass is for you and it is completely free. Click the link, it's in the show note, and save your seat. Always come with a notebook and with your questions. Get coached, get your question answered, and I cannot wait to see you there. Thank you so much, and I see you in the next episode. Bye.